10 insane Among Us mods you have to try out. There's nothing we love at Game Planet more than mods. Not only do they make the games we love even better, but they also allow the gaming community to band together and create something new. Just like all of us, mods come in all shapes and sizes and can be strange at times. One game we really love is Among Us, which has some of the most insane mods we've ever seen. Seriously, there's a mod that lets you walk through walls like a ghost, and that's not even the weirdest mod there is. So today, we're gonna be talking a lot about the weirdest, most insane, and funniest mods in Among Us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or you won't be an imposter for the next 5 games you play. It's a risk you don't want to take. "100 players. Alright, we're starting off with one of the most chaotic mods in the entire game. Seriously, if you get this mod, you'll be more stressed out than Kurt Russell in The Thing when he's trying to figure out who the real alien is. And if you don't know what The Thing is, you fool! Go rent it. With the 100 player mod, it's pretty simple. You'll be playing with 100 players instead of the standard 10, which will definitely make your game sessions with your buddies far more stressful than they already are. Mr. Beast got a mod set up where 100 actual players run amok on the map of 𝐦𝐨𝐬. Seriously, watching him and his buddies play the game is pure chaos, and a match can last for hours as you're tallying up who's alive and dead. This is probably the only mod in Among Us where players actually have to take notes to remember who's acting sus or not. Luckily, if you're in the mood for something far breezier than 100 players, we have another mod for you. Becoming Thick. Next up, we've got one of the most viral mods for the game. In this mod, you become, well, thick. With 2 C's. Your astronaut in Among Us pretty much just loses their backpack so they can get some junk in their trunk. I mean, it's clearly a joke mod, but it's hilarious to see people's reactions to astronauts that are definitely more defined in certain areas. The thickness doesn't just end at those who are living. Oh no. Even as the ghosts in the afterlife are thick. It's just a cosmetic mod that doesn't really influence how you play the game, but if you're looking for one of those, how about a tribute to one of the biggest games on the planet? Fortnite. Can you believe it? Fortnite in Among Us? No. This is not a crossover, but that would be awesome. I mean, can you imagine how great it would be to have the 2 biggest games in the world colliding? One can dream. But for now, Trimix has a fantastic mod that'll bring the Fortnite experience to Among Us. Just take a look at it. The entire map has been revamped to make it look like Fortnite. You can see the iconic battle bus just vibing in electrical, and the vents are now the Fortnite rifts. Seriously, this amount of dedication does not go unnoticed. The madman literally changed the look of the lobby too to match the game. Honestly, mods like these really add to how vibrant and creative the mod community is. In case you're not into Fortnite, we've got another mod that'll tickle your brain. Zombies. For our next mod, we're bringing in some flesh-eating space zombies into the mix. This is a mod that completely overhauls the entire Among Us experience, somehow making it more stressful and scarier than the OG game. Instead of an imposter, one player becomes a zombie for 15 seconds. Their vision is blurred and they walk like they're brain dead, but when they walk by another player, they too become infected. The game can only end once every single task is complete or everyone becomes infected. Honestly, this is pretty much like a more complex and anxiety-inducing hide-and-seek mode, but it definitely adds some variety and much-needed scares to the mix. We totally get it if scares aren't your thing, so our next mod is a bit more lighthearted, maybe even lighthearted in a strange manner. Brian Griffin. Okay, so I literally have no idea how to describe this other than, well, every player in Among Us just becomes Brian Griffin. Like, literally, every player becomes Brian Griffin. We can imagine this modder is some insane Family Guy fan because this mod is genuinely hilarious and kind of weird. The only way to differentiate players is between the color of their collar or if they have some hat or costumes on, but even then, it's still so strange to just see Brian Griffin parading about on a space station. Even if you wanted a pet to follow you around, guess what? It's just another mini Ryan Griffin. The amount of detail in this mod is honestly insane, especially for such an odd character to put in. I mean, I get if you put Scooby-Doo in the game, or even Olaf from Frozen, but why Brian? I guess there are still some Family Guy fans out there. Maybe I'm just not the right demographic for this mod. If you're not into Brian Griffin and are more interested in some OG video game characters, then get ready for our next mod. Sonic. Sonic may not be as popular as he used to be in the 90s, but thanks to this brand new movie that came out this year, he's been thrust once again into the limelight. Well, the Speedster is also taking part in Among Us mod. Just like the Brian Griffin mod, this one is mostly cosmetic in that all the players turn into various Sonics. You can have an even more authentic Sonic experience if you turn the walking speed all the way up. You'll be zipping up the hallways of 𝐦𝐨𝐬 like there's no tomorrow. We get it though, Sonic isn't the coolest, nor even the most relevant character in video games. No worries, because our next mod will remind you of everyone's favorite Steve. Minecraft. Put on your nostalgia goggles because we're gonna take you all the way back to early 2010s when everyone was playing Minecraft. The game has been parodied and referenced endlessly, so it makes complete sense that there's an Among Us mod that pays tribute to the game. Literally, every inch of this mod is made to look as if it could have been ripped straight out of Minecraft. I mean, just look at your character. They're pretty much just Steve. Hell, even the textures of the map are Minecraft inspired, making this one of the most detailed and exciting map overhauls that we've seen. The details don't just end on the map, as you can still see the Minecraft effect of the mod on Emergency Meeting. Of all the mostly cosmetic mods we've seen, this is by far the one we're most impressed with. However, if you're looking for a mod that'll inspire some challenge in your matches, then how about some lava? The floor is lava. This mod for Among Us heats up the game for players. Get it? Heats up? It's lava. Particularly those who end up being the imposter. This mod is relatively new, but it's definitely picking up traction within the community, emerging as a fan favorite. Pretty much random spots of the map turn into lava, adding an extra amount of challenge for the player. So, if you're an imposter, a giant chunk of the map becomes pretty much inaccessible. You'll have to plan your kills and stalking very, very carefully to make sure that you don't end up stepping on the hot lava. A great thing about this mod is that you can play this all by yourself, so you don't affect any of the players. This doesn't really change the game up for other players, but it definitely adds some much needed difficulty to the game. Become a ghost. Okay, remember how in the beginning of the video I mentioned that mod that lets imposters walk through walls like a ghost? Well, this mod's kinda like that, and I just had to shout it out. There's a mod going around where everyone just becomes into a ghost. That's it, everyone just looks like a ghost. I don't know, it doesn't really add anything to the game at all whatsoever, but it just makes it really funny for some reason. It's like there's just 10 different Caspers floating around the spaceship. Mods like these just remind us that the best way to our hearts is simplicity. Anyway, our final mod actually adds something to the game, practically making it a completely different game. VR mod. Our final mod for Among Us is the VR mod, one of the coolest things we've covered on the channel. VR headsets have become pretty accessible these days, but surprisingly, there aren't tons of games to play with them. Luckily, the VR mod makes Among Us an absolute blast to play. Surely there's a 1-1 recreation of the 𝐦𝐨𝐬 map that's fully playable on a VR headset. This mod has absolutely taken off, with different variations out there for players to get their hands on. One of the best parts about this mod is how immersive and tense the game suddenly becomes. Like yes, the OG 2D version of the game can be terrifying when you're killed by an imposter, but this is a completely different experience, as you literally have to watch your back. Plus, there's a voice chat enabled directly into the mod, which makes communicating with your fellow players way easier than launching up a Discord call. Honestly, this mod takes the cake for us. But how about you? What's your favorite Among Us mod? Did we miss any? Be sure to let us know in the comments, and do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. And of course, hitting the notification button really helps us out. Thanks for watching.